The Amateka Series is a project that was started by a group of Rwandan community based in Australia with the aim of sharing knowledge with the rest of the Rwandan youth across the globe about the history of Rwanda. Earlier today, Jen Mutoni, my colleague here, spoke to Linda Iliza, the founder of Amateka Series, and they discussed more about that.
That's a great question. So the idea actually came to mind in January 2020. And it was just an idea because I was very curious about learning about Rwandan history because one, I didn't get a chance to study in Rwanda. So there's a lot that I missed out on. And I was getting at an age where I had a lot of questions and I didn't have a lot of answers. So then I found out that a lot of other young Rwandans within my community here in Perth were feeling the same. We were asking questions about our ancestors. How did people live before colonization? How did people live during colonization? And how is it affecting us as Rwandans today?
According to you personally, why do you think it is important for these stories to be told or to be shared?
I think it's really important because I think our ancestors, those who came before us, have a lot of knowledge that they've left for us. And a lot of that knowledge is actually not being passed down or it's being disrupted. So I think it's really important that we find ways to actually preserve this knowledge and archive it so that therefore that one, we are knowledgeable and able to pass it on to the next generation. And two, we actually have something that we can look back at and have it as a source of incredible Rwandan history that's accessible to anybody from anywhere as long as you have, I guess, internet access, which is also something we're trying to work beyond and see how the programs that we're creating can be experienced even with people who don't have internet access.
What have you done to safeguard the Rwandan history because it's pretty much sensitive? So far, what have you done or as this series or this project to protect or safeguard the history of Rwanda?
The biggest thing that we've done and we've been lucky to do is that we have a really amazing team that sort of guides us. So we work really, really closely with the Rwandan community here in Perth, RCA Perth. We're also supported by the Rwandan embassy in Singapore. So they're people that we really work closely with to guide us. So then our knowledge and our history and the people that we're learning from are bringing in really crucial and truthful knowledge about our country and our history as well. And so that's why we're very intentional when it comes to the people that we are working with and the people who are guiding us in the process.
As someone who is abroad or outside Rwanda, how do you correlate your knowledge on Rwandan history with the youth here in Rwanda?
Yes, so that has actually been one of the most beautiful experiences. So the way we're currently doing it now is that we are connecting with the Rwandan Youth through the virtual conferences that we are having. So a lot of it actually, like 50% of the people who join us are Rwandans who are currently living in Rwanda. And that has been a really incredible experience because it feels like you're in a classroom with so many people from different places, and that opportunity that we missed out on of studying in Rwanda is actually in a strange way happening virtually.
So Linda, as we wrap up this interview, what would you like to tell the youth here in Rwanda or there in Australia or around the world?
Yes, I think the one thing I really want to tell other young people is it's also a message to myself is to really look at the work that our ancestors have done and really look at it as something very important to your story, to your own personal story. So we all have a place and a role to play when it comes to archiving our ancestors' stories, and we should really honor them. And there's different ways that we can honor them. And one of the ways is through Amateka Series. And we invite anyone who's interested in Rwandan history to come and join us on this journey, to stay curious with us, to create with us, and continue this movement forward. And we're very excited for the future and the work that we are going to be able to create.